All right, we got some spicy competition heating up in the survival game genre. A couple days ago, I dropped a video on Dead Matter's latest update. Dead Matter came out the woodworks. They've been stashed away for a while just cooking, and they're back. I have no idea what the fuck's going on with them. That being said, you know, that's a project that I'm still kinda just keeping a close eye on. Now, I put that video out, and a few hours later, Vane drops their devblog. And for those who aren't in the loop, Vane is a survival game, basically direct competition to Dead Matter. They're both trying to create the same kind of experience. Vane is actually being developed by ex-Dead Matter developers who were frustrated and left the company to make their own project. And it's just a coincidence, I guess, that they dropped their dev blog on the exact same day that Dead Matter kind of resurrects themselves from the dead. So there's obviously some bad blood between these two studios, and well, I'm all here for it because at the end of the day, competition makes better products. So we're gonna watch this dev blog together. We're gonna talk about Vane. Now, one thing I will say is there's a lot of people getting at Vane and the ex-Dead Matter devs for going against Dead Matter and coming out with a competing product. They say that they don't want to back another survival game, and I totally fucking understand that. One thing I will say, just to kind of clear the air here, Vane is completely free to test. It's in an early state, and these guys said that they don't want to put it out for cash. You can download the game from their Steam page. You can give them direct feedback in their Discord, and they are building it the way that a survival game should be built. And not even just a survival game, but the way that early access and the way that games really early in development should be built if you want to collect player feedback. Put it out for free. Prove to everybody that you can create a product before you ask for fucking money. With that said, guys, we're gonna jump into this dev blog here. If you guys end up liking the video, leave a like down below, subscribe with the bell on, and if you guys didn't like it, hell, leave a dislike, tell me to go fuck myself. Let's jump into this dev blog. My name is Big Fry. Let's get into it. All right, this is devlog 4. I don't think I've covered the other ones. So.
Hi everyone.
What up?
Welcome again to our 4th Vane devlog. We've been working on this update for a bit, which has more of a content than feature-oriented spin to it relative to other updates.
Okay.
Because of this, we're going to be separating new features into larger categories for this devlog. If you haven't yet, be sure to wishlist Vane on Steam.
They had trouble putting it on the second shelf, so we put it up here. So apparently you guys can wishlist the game on Steam. That's actually pretty cool.
Gives us some analytics about our Steam audience that lets us do things like fine-tune performance to your hardware, or work on features you guys enjoy from other games.
Cool.
Anyways, let's get into it. Kicking off the devlog with character features, we've added a couple new uniquenesses to Vane. Lactose intolerance impairs your ability to digest lactose, which is used in most chocolate, milk products.
So, okay, so for uniquenesses, we have lactose intolerance, we have pale, and we have something called a peanut allergy. So your character is allergic to peanuts. Obviously, if you're pale, you sunburn more easily. Yo, pale gang strong, what up, what up? And then we have lactose intolerant. Your character can't digest milk-based foods.
And derived items. Trying to eat these types of foods will cause your character to become slightly sick. We've also added a pale uniqueness, which causes you to sunburn more easily, speaking from experience.
Yeah, no shit.
Characters can now die of alcohol poisoning. That is,
oh, damn.
no longer drink multiple bottles of high-proof alcohol without brain death. Your character's eyes also become very bloodshot when drunk, indicating when you're under the influence to other characters.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, so if you were doing some like RP stuff and you like pulled somebody over or something, their eyes would actually be that's actually pretty dope.
Drunkenness now has a visible effect on the player, causing them to stagger.
What was that hair? I know it's early alpha, but you gotta poke fun. What the fuck's going on here?
To stagger. We've added LSD to Vane. It causes hallucinations and impaired motor functioning, as well as a heightened awareness of the cosmos.
Yo!
We've improved.
Honestly, dude? Respect. Well, I fuck with that.
Some combat sounds, like punching, to make them feel heavier and less stale.
Okay. All right, so one thing I will say, man, I was watching like this early part of this dev blog, and I'm seeing some things that look better than Dead Matter. I will say, after we saw the last Dead Matter vlog, the combat here is worse than, at least like just looking at it, you know, dev vlog to dev vlog. This is still early days.
Characters now get stressed faster than in prior builds.
Okay.
This is the apocalypse, and we want to motivate players to de-stress their character more. One easy way to de-stress is using some drugs such as alcohol, but this isn't viable because your character will quickly get addicted if they abuse it.
Cool.
In the future, marijuana will allow the player to de-stress, as well as other routine activities like playing games or working out.
That's what I'm talking about.
Finally, players can now contract the zombie virus. As of this video, around 2% of all attacks from a zombie will cause the player to contract the virus.
2% of hits, okay.
Over the course of a few in-game days, the player character will become sick as with normal illness.
Yeah, bro, this combat, I mean, fuck yeah, this is definitely early stages. This is looking like...
but will be unable to recover. Once the player
You know what? Like, kudos to these guys. They're putting this out there. They're not fucking charging for it, and they're willing to show you exactly where they're at. I mean, this is early shit. But kudos to them, because I know with our game, I can't put out things that look this early. I just fucking can't. We need to be on, like, all cylinders before we show fucking anything. I just have a feeling that people are going to shit all over this, and it's probably because everybody was burned from dead matter, and like, I get it. Fucking good luck.
Becomes a zombie, their zombie will contain the items that would be in their corpse's inventory and will have to be hunted down.
That's actually sweet. Sorry, I keep pausing it. I don't give a fuck. So if you die, your character will like move, or if you become a zombie, the zombie moves around with like all the stuff that you had on your character, and if you want to go recover it, you have to find that zombie. That's pretty cool. I'd love to see that system actually work on like a server. It might be easy to test this in like a small test environment, but I'd be curious. Also, you guys can't see it. Hold on, I'm gonna kill my camera here. What the hell's going on with this fucking leg right here? My God. Construction, okay.
On the construction side of things, we've made a huge leap in standardizing tiers of what can be built. For our first barricades, Azzy has created a set of wood scrap fortifications. These aren't very reliable, but work in a pinch to defend against 1 or 2 zombies. They're made mostly of planks and nails, and have windows you can open and close for visibility. The next set of fortifications...
That's sweet. I actually like that you can just toggle that. They got like wooden spoons for handles. That's pretty funny.
Barricades we're aiming to get in are
So here's what I will say. Let me just pull back just a little bit here and play. There we go.
The next set of fortification
So, okay, I tried to do it again. One thing that pissed me off about Dead Matter, just like in terms of an environment design, was the scale of objects looked so fucking terrible. This one also feels kind of the same. The fridge there in the last shot when he goes to turn, I'll try to pause it here.
And close for visibility.
Like, the fridge looks very small. The chairs look really big. Like, there's a lot of objects in this. Granted, it's early days still. I don't think these guys are focusing on visuals. They're more focusing on getting, like, features and, like they said, content. So things like this. So I'm hoping that shit gets solved eventually, but...
The next set of fortification barricades we're aiming to get in are fortified wood barricades, which will require special tooling to take down. More on that in the next update.
Cool.
Structures can all now be damaged. If a built structure takes enough damage, it'll be destroyed. Some more advanced structures, such as those made of metal or fortified material, need specialized tools to be taken down and don't take damage normally.
Okay.
We have yet to add metal or fortified barricades, but the system is now in for when we do. If nothing has damaged the structure in a while, its health regenerates. In addition, some fortification structures, like barricades, decay over time. Material will be pulled.
So it looks like they're just destroying everything in this room and then basically salvaging it. So you receive thread, jewelry, scrap. So then I'm sure you could just use the scrap from all this shit to like build barricades.
That you see every so often to feed the structure. If the structure is not fed, it stops regenerating health.
Okay.
We're still balancing this system, so we expect it's going to be frustrating at points. That's why we continually gather feedback on our Discord and otherwise. We recommend joining if you haven't, if nothing else, to see what people are talking about.
Cool. Yeah, they're just destroying everything in this house.
Has been wired up by Azzy to give some sort of scrap.
Yeah.
They sunk a lot of hours into it, and hopefully it'll help with gathering materials to construct structures with. They also added scrap metal to every container in the game, so if you're looking for construction material, you should be able to find it easier now.
Okay.
Doors have received a huge update. First, you can build doors in the construction menu, which replace existing doors.
That's cool.
You can also place doors wherever doors exist or existed previously to fortify them. You can also place doors in constructed fence gates. Doors can be destroyed by both players and zombies.
Oh!
They can also be...
Yeah, the FPS mechanics are fucking rough, man.
...breached using firearms, which cause them to fling backward. Of course,
is it a zombie?
As we add late game content, heavier upgraded doors will be less prone to this, and will need special tools to be breached.
Oh, we have a little bit of dismemberment, yeah. Okay.
We've added a water barrel to collect rainwater. You can drink from them and refill containers using them.
It's cool.
If you build them, they'll collect water if they're placed outside and it rains. We have plans to make rainwater dirty, requiring purification for human consumption, but for now just use your imagination.
Alright, world and zombies. Okay, there's actually a lot of cool shit
to the world,
being shown here.
Items spawn. We found a few bugs that caused several items to spawn much less than we intended, and we'll have the fixes included in this update. We've also fixed a bug causing windows to be not broken easily. My bad.
Fair enough.
The map now has alarmed houses and buildings in it. If a door wired to an alarm is broken into, destroyed, or otherwise opened, it'll trigger the house's alarm. While you can shut this off, it'll cause a loud, far-reaching noise attracting zombies, other players, and raiders in the future. Be careful.
Okay.
We've added the internet and more broadly, computers.
So I will say, man, they're showing a lot of cool systems here. My main concern with this game is they're putting it out there for free. They're not collecting money, which is a respectable thing. How do they keep the development going? You know, I'm hoping that they don't have the same kind of money management issues that Dead Matter or QI Software had, because those guys got so much money and blew it on God knows what. These guys are getting no money, and it looks like they're actually in, I wouldn't say a better state than Dead Matter, but clearly they're making progress in the game that Dead Matter, I guess we could say, wished they did. Considering this game has been in development since, what, February of this year? There's a concern here for how they're going to continually fund the development, because there's a lot of systems already in place here, and I'm sure it's going to be expanded and built upon, you know, further. How the fuck are they funding this?
To Vane. The internet functions like any other resource in the game, where it has to be connected to servers to function. The internet won't last very long after the start of the game, but it's a good place to communicate with other players or read some pre-apocalypse news articles.
That was actually cool. They broke the window, and then you can kind of clear the broken glass so you can jump in without getting cut. I actually like that.
Right now, the internet isn't implemented for anything, but we'll probably have something going after the next update.
Okay. So they got emails?
Regardless of the internet's stability, computers will work if they're powered. We've added some around the map with bits.
So I'm wondering if they're planning, because it looks like we can access emails from computers. If we had emails, could we send other players messages? Is that some? I wonder if that's something they're planning.
Of lore in the form of emails, files, and documents on the computers. We have a lot more we want to do with these, and with connected devices like cell phones in general, but that's for a future update.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can kind of guess that's what they're planning on doing. If you can find a cell phone, you can message other players. Emails, I'm sure everyone's going to be tied to an email. That's actually fucking sweet if they could pull that off.
We've added debit card items to the game. If you find one, you can go to an ATM to withdraw the money in the account.
Okay.
This will come in handy when money is useful, for example, in trade or as emergency kindling.
That's funny, just burning the cash, yeah.
Windows that are broken need to be cleared to prevent you from getting cut up when jumping through them.
Yeah, that's
cool. The reasoning behind this is to prevent players from being able to immediately jump through a window to escape a rough situation.
Yeah. That's cool. That makes sense. I like that.
Zombies now break down doors, as mentioned above, and will attempt to find their way inside your building. We've also stopped zombies from infighting so much, as they tended to kill each other before even reaching you.
That's funny. Let's see the door breakdown.
We've added a horde mode to the game.
Okay, so one thing I will say, I wish they would have shown the door actually falling. I'm sure it looks like trash, which is why they didn't. But I would have loved to see the system, like, just be on display here, but...
We've added a horde mode to the game. This isn't super accessible right now,
Jesus.
To test out performance, but it essentially triples the number of zombies spawned and has them all immediately know where you are.
Okay.
We had some fun working on it, and it serves as a benchmark for zombie performance,
Ooh,
which honestly isn't as good as I'd like it to be. We'll fix it.
We'll fix it. Yay. Respect. Like I said, if I was making a survival game and it's like me, my channel, my reputation, I couldn't put any of this stuff out. There's no fucking way. Respect to these guys for showing it that early and basically just being super chill. They're like, we know it's fucked up. We'll fix it. Like, fuck, fair enough.
In terms of world and map changes, we're keeping changes quite small in terms of houses and buildings. You've probably noticed that the last few updates haven't had much in the way of new towns, and that's deliberate. We're still working on the construction system and some related systems like electricity and water. Makes sense. And while systems related to buildings are being developed, having many more buildings would make the work for these systems far tougher than you'd expect.
I agree.
As an example, we want to have...
Like, you might as well set up, like, the security, the lighting, like generators, set up all that stuff that goes into actually, like, building these buildings out. And then when you have all those systems... Like, if they built like 8 fucking towns right now and then built the security system, they now have to go back through all of these houses, set up the security panel, set up, you know what I mean? Like, fix it all or build it all right here in this small little test environment. And then once it's all like concrete, spread it out and build the world with all of the systems already ready to go. So you're not like double backing to a bunch of different towns to implement. I get it. I get it.
Some sort of electrical and plumbing system soon where you can destroy the counters in a house and directly wire the water main up to a new appliance.
Wow.
If we have 10 houses on the map, this is an easy task.
Yeah.
We only have to do it 10 times.
Yeah.
And can copy and paste it for houses that we add in other towns.
Exactly.
However, if we already have 1,000 houses on the map,
100%.
it means manually going through 1,000 houses and installing the system.
Yeah.
We want to focus on core game mechanics first, and by only having Redford as a town for the first few updates, we're getting future towns developed that much faster.
Respect. I respect that answer.
That being said, that doesn't exclude unique areas or regions outside of towns.
Yeah.
We've added a mine deep in the woods north of Redford.
Oh, cool.
This contains loads of various minerals which can be mined with a pickaxe.
Okay, I gotta say, I think they've got to change the volume boxes here, because like that transition to total darkness makes no sense to me.
Areas or regions outside of towns. We've added a mine deep in the woods north of Redford. This contains loads of various minerals which can be mined with a pickaxe.
That's
These will
cool
be used
though.
in future masonry and metallurgy crafting systems. Just don't get stuck in the underwater cave.
Oh shit. That's kind of cool. Honestly, there was a game I played back in the day called Grawl Era, and it was like this modern day like 2D MMORPG, and they had a mine system where you could go and just mine rocks and then sell them for cash. I actually really fuck with like mining and stuff like that in a survival game. Okay, all right, Vane.
Weapon ADS has been fixed mostly.
Yeah.
It's not where we'd like it to be, and there's still a lot of inaccuracy with it, but we'll get a better system once we have better weapons.
Yeah.
We've also added a new NP5 model to replace the old one, which looks quite a bit better.
Yeah. I will say their FPS mechanics are probably the worst thing that I've seen about this game so far. But I know that there's a lot of systems that need to come before this. As long as you can shoot zombies and it works right now, great. This system needs like 4 overhauls. I already see it. I'm hoping they'll get there though.
We've added a flare gun to the game.
Cool.
Our goal with this is to primarily use it for its on-label use, signaling to other people from across the map, but of course you can set zombies on fire with it. It wouldn't be a true zombie game otherwise.
Nice. Man, yeah, I was gonna say, she didn't care.
We've restricted some HUD elements to possession of certain items.
Okay.
Your compass will now only show if you have a cell phone, physical compass, or GPS.
Makes sense.
You can only see yourself on the map with a cell phone or GPS, and you can now use a cell phone or GPS to see the map itself alongside the already existing map item.
Okay.
For now, you only need to possess the item, but in the future we'll be adding an equipment system where you can physically equip items to use them.
Cool.
We've also added a clock and date UI if you possess a cell phone or clock. This lets you see the in-game time and date on your HUD.
That's dope. Woo!
By popular demand, we've added the ability to tear clothes and similar fabrics into makeshift bandages, so you won't necessarily bleed out if you're unlucky.
That's sweet. Yep, that's a necessity. Interface and experience.
With respect to the player experience, we've added the ability to delete characters and other community requests.
That's awesome.
We've separated cooking and crafting recipes into categories. We're looking to do a little more UI work on these to make them more usable, but I found that this helps quite a lot when I play the game. We've also worked on some construction menu quality of life fixes. First, structures are separated into categories. Second, we now display the ingredients and tools required for the structure and highlight items you need more of.
Nice.
Third, structures you can't build right now due to missing ingredients are dimmed in the construction UI.
Alright, I like that.
We've added an option to disable autosaves completely at the request of the community.
Cool.
For multiplayer server owners, we've added a quick admin menu which fills in for the console in single-player mode. This lets you kick players, teleport to them, spawn items, etc. from your server.
Man, I gotta say, there's some survival games that took like a year to get this kind of shit implemented. You know what I mean? Dead Side 1.
It's bare bones, and we are actively taking requests for what would be the most useful for you to have. Based on my experience running game servers, I personally think working on better server logging is a good starting point. But in terms of functionality features, we're all ears.
Honestly, the earlier you work on things like server logging, the easier it's going to be later for server owners to actually have a good, solid community server, because you can log, you know, duplications, hacking, all of that shit. The earlier you guys start thinking about that stuff, the better it's going to be for the community in the long run. So that's key.
Also, by popular demand, we've added mouse bindings to the key binding settings.
Awesome.
Menu. I think a lot of players like to bind buttons on the side of their mouse to controls or rebind their mouse wheel, etc. So now you can.
Yeah, that's cool. Miscellaneous.
We have a very short miscellaneous section here, but we've added some new music, which definitely adds to the atmosphere. We're both big believers that good music sets the atmosphere in games like no other.
I agree.
And we'll have a more advanced music system down the line, which adapts to your gameplay and situation. More news to come.
That's kind of cool.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave feedback if you feel like it. We read everything from Discord to Twitter to YouTube to the Steam forums. Also, subscribe to our channel for more devlogs like this one. You can check if you feel like it, but we only post content we hope you'll like.
Yeah.
Finally, if you haven't yet, be sure to wishlist Vane on Steam. Thanks very much, and we'll see you on the next one.
Man, this is kind of nuts, dude. Like, they're making some pretty fucking solid progress, I will say, as early as this is, and I get it. This is the time where features and content are coming in at a rapid fucking pace, and then it's going to slow down. It's going to get to a point where they're now refining these systems, making changes, fixing bugs, and that time is where it's going to be a necessity to keep people in the loop, make sure you're transparent, but also let people know you're cooking, right? You added a bunch of stuff early on, and now you're making sure that it all flows and functions together. This is cool progress. Some things I'm seeing here are better than Dead Matter as of right now. Granted, I haven't played Dead Matter in a fucking hot minute, but based on that last devblog we saw, it's still in early alpha, just like this. This game has been in development for, what, 6 months, if that? What the fuck is going on with Dead Matter? And, like, for me, I know that some people are going to look at me and be like, why are you making comparisons? It's two different games. Look, these guys clearly dropped this devlog on the same day as Dead Matters for a reason. It's on. Like, to me, that's like, we're throwing the fucking gauntlet down. It's war. Let's see who comes out on top. Honestly, man, out of both of these right now, we got burned on fucking Dead Matter. Vane costs us nothing to play. Granted, do you really want to play Vane right now outside of just giving feedback? It's a game, like, we're not playing Vane right now, just like we're not playing Dead Matter. They're both, to me, at this point, in the exact same spot. Dead Matter might have some features that are more polished than this. This might have more features. You know what I mean? It's irrelevant at the end of the day. Both of these games are pretty much in the same spot. But I'm liking how Vane is starting out more than Dead Matter. I will say that. I'm curious to see when the crowdfunding or when the monetary, you know, incentive comes in for Vane to really start making money on this product and funding the rest of the development. It has to come. I don't know how these guys are doing it, and maybe because it's only been 6 months, they haven't really felt the need to, you know, crowdfund or look for like a monetary source. That will happen. It has to fucking happen. And that's when we're going to see just exactly what Vane is going to, you know, turn into. I'm very curious to see where they take it. All right, honestly, guys, with that, I'm probably just going to wrap this video up. I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. I gave my thoughts. What's this been, like 25 minutes of recording? I don't know what the final play time of this video is going to be, but I want to know your guys' thoughts. Right now, if you guys want to try Vane for yourself, it's completely free. Go to their Steam page. I'll have it linked down below. You can fucking try it out for free. I'm not saying support these guys. I'm not saying anything. It's a free fucking title that you guys can jump in and give feedback on, which is a direct contradiction to what we got with Dead Matter. My name is BigFry. Thank you guys for watching. Again, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. While you're down there, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe with the bell set to all so you guys know when I upload, when I go live, and all of that good shit. All that good YouTuber stuff. Appreciate you guys, man. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the next one.